The situation is critical. We must adjust our strategy immediately.
Snow falls sideways in the eastern night, not gently, not beautifully. It cuts. A map table shakes as artillery lands somewhere beyond the trees. The lamp above it flickers, its yellow light trembling like a pulse about to fail. Fingers gloved, cracked, ink-stained, hover over paper lines that no longer mean what they once did. A general breathes in. The air smells of oil, wet wool, cigarette ash, and fear. Fear not of death, but of irrelevance. Germany once believed war could be solved like a puzzle. That genius, discipline, and iron will could bend history itself. And for
The situation is critical.
just a moment, it almost
We must
worked.
adjust our strategy
These
immediately.
men were not monsters in the beginning. They were minds. They were calculators of motion and fire. They were believers in speed, precision, and destiny. Tonight we rank them, not by medals, not by loyalty, but by brilliance and the terrible cost of it. War begins in notebooks long before it begins in blood. In the 1930s, German staff colleges smell of chalk dust and strong coffee. Young officers argue over diagrams. Lines move. Arrows cut deep. Someone taps the board and says, "Here, this is where they are weak." Outside, civilians walk unaware. Inside, futures are written. These generals carry myths with them. The myth of obedience, the myth of superiority, the myth that intellect absolves responsibility. As the war unfolds, each man will discover the same truth differently. Brilliance does not protect you from consequences. Stalingrad smells like rotten metal. Friedrich Paulus stands in a cellar that was once a department store. The walls sweat. The air is sour with sickness. Men lie wrapped in blankets that no longer warm them. Outside, Soviet
The
artillery
situation
pounds
is
rhythmically,
critical.
like
We
a
must
giant
adjust our
knocking,
strategy
patient,
immediately.
unstoppable. Paulus is a staff officer by nature, a man who believes in orders, procedures, clarity. His uniform is immaculate even now. His boots are polished, a tragic detail. He helped design Operation Barbarossa, the greatest invasion in history. On paper, it is perfect. On paper, Russia collapses. But paper does not freeze. Now Paulus commands the 6th Army, surrounded, starving, dying by the tens of thousands. His officers whisper at night, "We must break out." Paulus looks at the radio. He waits. Hitler's voice crackles through static. "Hold! The 6th Army will stand fast." Paulus obeys. Men boil belts for soup. They suck ice for water. Fingers blacken. Wounds fester. The Soviets close in like winter itself. On January 31st, 1943, Paulus surrenders. In captivity, something breaks open instead of shutting down. He writes later, "I served a criminal war. Obedience became my sin." He testifies at Nuremberg. He urges German soldiers to surrender. To some, he is a traitor. To others, the only one brave enough to admit the truth. Brilliant planner, catastrophic commander, ranked 5th. Walter Muddle does not dream. He calculates. He is thick-necked, blunt, impatient. He smells of sweat and cigars. Where others draw elegant arrows, Muddle draws trenches. Hitler calls when things are already burning. Encirclement near Rzhev, collapse near Orel, disaster in Normandy. Muddle arrives like a repairman with no illusions. He shouts at Hitler on the phone, demands retreats, somehow survives doing so. He believes in the Reich, but not in fantasy. At Arnhem, 1944, Allied paratroopers fall from the sky like angels. Muddle reacts instantly. He scrapes together cooks, clerks, training units, anything that can fire a rifle. He seals the gap. The Allied operation collapses. It is his finest hour. But brilliance in defense only slows the end. In 1945, the Ruhr pocket closes around him. There is no escape. No illusion left. Muddle dismisses his men, then walks into the woods. A single shot. The realist. The defender. Ranked 4th. The desert hums. Wind slides across sand like a whisper. Engines overheat. Fuel gauges hover near empty. Erwin Rommel stands on a ridge, goggles around his neck, dust in his teeth. He leads from the front. Always too much. Rommel fights war like a duel. Quick strikes, deception, dummy tanks made of canvas. Sudden flanking moves that leave British officers stunned. His men adore him. But Rommel ignores logistics, politics, reality beyond the horizon. In Normandy, 1944, he faces something new, Absolute Allied air supremacy. Every movement is seen. Every road is death. His intuition fails him. Wounded by an air attack, implicated in the July 20 plot, Hitler offers a choice: trial or poison. Rommel drinks. His family is spared. Germany mourns a hero who never truly understood the war he fought. A tactical genius, a strategic romantic. Ranked third. Heinz Guderian thinks in engines. In the 1930s he is mocked. Tanks, he insists, are not support, they are the weapon. Concentrate them. Strike fast. Never stop. Blitzkrieg is born. In Poland. In France. In 1941, his panzers race toward Moscow so fast infantry cannot follow. Villages blur. Roads vanish beneath tracks. Russian soldiers are stunned, broken. Guderian flies forward in light aircraft, drives to the front under fire. He must see it himself. But speed outruns supply. Winter comes, fuel freezes. Men freeze. Tanks die quietly in the snow. Guderian argues with Hitler, is dismissed, returns later to rebuild armored forces from scraps. He keeps them
The
alive
situation
until
is
the
critical.
end. The innovator.
We must adjust our
The
strategy
engine,
immediately.
ranked second. Erich von Manstein does not shout. He observes. Maps are his language. Operations his poetry. He sees the Ardennes not as a wall, but as an invitation. France falls in weeks. In Crimea, he does not assault Sevastopol head-on. He crosses water, strikes where no one expects. The fortress collapses. He saves entire fronts through maneuver alone. But even genius serves tyranny. After Kursk, he becomes a firefighter, plugging disasters he did not create. Hitler dismisses him. Even Manstein no longer wins. He survives the war, testifies, never fully repents. Brilliance, untouched by morality. The greatest strategist, the most dangerous mind. Ranked first, final reflection. These men reshaped war, but war reshaped them harder. Brilliance did not save Germany. It only made destruction more efficient. And somewhere beneath the snow, the sand, the smoke, history asks its quiet question. Is genius still genius when it serves evil? The maps are folded. The lamps go dark. The war remains.